Tenses. Simple present tense is used to state facts. For examples, the sun rises every morning. Penguins live in Antarctica. Simple present tense is used to state repeated actions. For examples, he speaks English very well. Manisha walks to work every day. When does the train usually leave? Simple present tense is used for future reference. For examples, the play begins at 6:30 p.m. and ends at 8:30 p.m. The party starts at 8 o'clock. Present continuous tense. He is using the internet and you are studying grammar at the moment. My father is in the garage right now. He is fixing the car. Mr. Kumar is painting the walls of his house right now. You are not swimming now. The children are watching television. What are you doing right now? Are you sleeping? The blue-colored words are action words, which describe some work that is happening. It is going on at the moment of speaking. The words am, is, are the simple present forms of the verb be. Use am with pronoun I. Use is with singular nouns, such as my dad and the teacher, and with the pronouns he, she, it. Use are with plural nouns, like my parents and Jenny and Mary, and with the pronouns we, you, and they. The present continuous tense describes an action that is going on or not at this very moment or at the moment of speaking. The present continuous is formed with the present form of the verb along with the present participle of the main verb plus ing form. There are some verbs which we do not use in the present continuous tense. We have to use the simple present tense in such cases. For example, I am knowing how to ride a bicycle. This is an incorrect sentence. I know how to ride a bicycle. This is a correct sentence. Simple past tense. Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? No, I'm fine, thank you. Don't worry. You're Naisha, aren't you? We were together in drama class. Yes, I remember. You acted with me in the planet skit. The simple past tense indicates that the action occurred in the past. The simple past tense is usually formed by adding ed to the verb. The rules for changing verbs from the simple present tense into the simple past tense are: if a verb ends with y with a consonant before it, change the y into I before adding ed. For example, I carry my mom's shopping bag. For most words with a vowel and y at the end, simply add ed. For example, I stay at my aunt's house during the holidays. Some words with a vowel and a consonant at the end should double the consonant before adding ed. For example, I planned the party last week. The stranger grabbed my arm in the park. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are those verbs that do not follow the rules for getting converted into the past tense. They don't usually follow the ed rule, but might change a final y into an I. Examples: say, said, pay, paid. Regular verbs, irregular verbs. Act, acted. Lose, lost. Recognize, recognized. Fall, fell. Happen, happened. Was, were. Serve, served. Come, came. Past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is formed from the past tense of the be with the ing form of the main verb. We use the past continuous tense to talk about actions or states which were occurring at some point of time in the past. We use the past continuous tense for something which continued before and after the time of the action. For example, the children were doing their homework when I came home, to show that something continued for some time in the past. For example, everyone was shouting for something that kept happening again and again in the past. For example, I was practicing every day. More about tenses. Simple future tense. I shall make some toast. Dad will butter it. We shall eat it. Our class shall go to the museum. The guide will explain the exhibits. The simple future tense is used to talk about things that are to happen sometime after the time of speaking. We use the simple future tense for predictions, or we can say things which we think will happen. For example, Anisha's plane will arrive at 8. We could also say Anisha's plane is going to arrive at 8 for actions that are expected to happen when something else happens. For example, when Lima's plane arrives tomorrow, Ricky will take her to the resort. For future plans, we can also use be going to. For example, Ralph and Alice are going to visit Bengaluru Wildlife Park next month. Participles. Rashi, the show was boring. I did not like it. True, Anisha. Although many famous artists took part in the show, I was bored. The words in pink are formed from verbs but are used as adjectives. Such words are called participles. Present participles are usually formed by adding ing. For examples, surprising behavior, running bus, singing birds, etc. They can be used in the present continuous tense or as adjectives. Past participles are usually formed by adding ed or en. For examples, worried lady, broken bicycle, golden ring, wounded bird, cooked vegetables, etc. When we use them with has, have, or had, we get the present and past perfect tenses. They can also be used as adjectives. The different forms of some common irregular verbs. Irregular verb, past tense, past participle. Awake, awoke, awakened. Be, was, were, been. Bear, bore, born. Become, became, become. Begin, began, begun. Bend, bent, bent. Think, thought, thought. Bid, bade, bid, bidden, bid. Bite, bit, bitten. Blow, blew, blown. Break, broke, broken. The present participle is the ing form of a verb. It is the part of the verb when it is preceded by some form of the verb be, and it is an adjective when it is not accompanied by some form of the verb be. Example 1. The bus is arriving at the station now. In this example, the present participle is part of the verb because it is accompanied by is. Example 2. The bus arriving at the station now is late by 10 minutes. In this example, the present participle arriving is an adjective because it is not accompanied by some form of the verb be. The present participle, when used to form the continuous tenses, can be used without repeating helping verbs. For example, Sheila was walking through the park, listening to the birds and enjoying the cool breeze. Present perfect tense and past perfect tense. Pia has taught Rema how to play tennis. She has arranged a match between Rema and Alam. Maria had played tennis some years ago. She was busy with her dance classes for some time, so she had not played tennis for quite some time. We use the present perfect tense to talk about an action that started in the past and continues in the present. We form the present perfect tense by using the helping verb has or have with the past participle form of the main verb. The verbs in the two sentences are in the present perfect tense form. We use the past perfect tense to report something that happened in the past before the time that we are talking about. We form the past perfect tense by using the helping verb had with the past participle form of the main verb. The highlighted verbs in the sentences are in the past perfect tense form.